everybody? It's Austin here with Bro Epic, and I am joined once again and always by Mr. Joseph Bosco. How you
What's
doing?
up? What's up? I don't know if it was something you did or if it was just the way the audio came through on my end because it was so loud, but like it did the perfect little like triple stutter when you were like how's it going or something like that. It was like how's it going? It was just it sounded cool. I don't know if they'll hear it in the recording, but that's what I heard on my side. What's up, everybody?
All right, so we've got great topics today. We are going to be talking about a black hole, an intermediate-sized black hole found in the Omega Centauri cluster. And since it has not happened yet, and it's supposed to happen later this month, we are going to be talking about the supernova, the reoccurring supernova about every 80 or so years, called, it's got a long name. Let me find the abbreviation. All right, it is called TCRB. But
TCRB, huh?
let's talk about the intermediate black hole that NASA found in the Omega Centauri cluster. So, we did a whole episode on black holes before. I'm sure everybody found it very interesting. We are coming with more black hole information. So, pretty much, we've got small.
This is new information, huh? This is recent?
Let's see, what's the date on this article I got pulled up here? July 10th of this year is when this article I've got pulled up came out. So a tad bit late, but it's new information for everyone listening.
So where was this located?
Let me find the map of where it's at in the sky. Omega Centauri.
I'm sorry, did you say the day that it was discovered was, or did you just give a time frame?
Just when this article came out.
And
So
who
let's
wrote the
see.
article?
This is on the European Space Agency website.
All right, Europe's.
Yep. I also have NASA shit with Hubble. I mean, I guess it's all Hubble. We got NASA's website pulled up too. So pretty much you've pretty much only ever heard of small black holes, about 100 or so times the size of the sun, and massive black holes inside galaxies. The missing link in the universe has always been intermediate sized black holes.
Now, so just to give our listeners some reference, can you give a size reference to what a small black hole is considered?
A small black hole is going to be the lower end is about 100 times. What's the upper end? Let's see. Stellar black hole size. Why can't I find it? Here we go. Stellar size black holes. Oh, the upper end is 100. The upper end is 100.
100 what?
100 times the size of the mass of our sun.
Okay,
That's considered a small.
it's all based off of comparing it to the size of the sun. Gotcha.
Yeah. So
That's a big one, right? Is 100 times?
No, that's still considered stellar. It's a couple to 100 times the mass of the sun.
They get smaller than that, though, don't they?
No.
I wonder
And then supermassive black holes size range. All right, so the stellar is a couple to 100, and supermassive is 100,000 to billions times the mass of our sun. But I'll have you notice, we go from 100 to 100,000. They've only found a couple intermediate-sized black holes. And we are going to be talking about the one that they found in...
Here, I found some information that I think is good to know.
Right,
So the stellar mass black holes is typically between 3 and 20 times the mass of our sun. So you spot on that.
Yep.
They form from gravitational collapse of massive stars. So you're the typical black hole creation.
Yeah, pretty much supernova stuff.
Right. And those are stars that started off 20 times bigger than our sun.
Yeah. That's where they get their size.
Right. For a 3, so the small end of the spectrum, for a black hole that's 3 times the solar mass, the radius of the event horizon, or the Schwarzschild radius, is roughly 5.6 miles.
Yeah. So like stars are huge. When they turn into black holes, they're a couple miles.
5.6. Well, that's right. So you're thinking something that was 3 times the mass of our sun is all condensed in a 5.6 mile radius.
But we haven't really found a lot of the in-betweens. You know, you got regular stars, and then you've got galaxy type shit. Where are all the, middle guys? And it's been hard to find.
Oh, you know what? I'm getting that information here. What I see is that their existence has been inferred through observations, gravitational waves, dynamics of star clusters, but they're less commonly observed than the stellar mass or supermassive black holes.
Yeah, they're hard to find. I mean, you can see evidence of them in stuff that's going around in clusters, but no one's really been able to hey, that's right there.
Right. It's just been inferred. They've just been taking the information they can observe and guessing that it might be one there.
So this black hole was discovered in the Omega Centauri cluster. And why can't I find where it said it's going to be at? Where is Omega Centauri? It's relatively easy to find, believe it or not, that cluster.
Is it? Yeah, it says the mass ranges between hundreds to thousands. So those, apparently it's a rare range. It gets easier to observe when they're up to either millions or billions of the mass of the sun.
Okay. Let's go to earthsky.com. Where are you at? Okay, there's Omega Centauri. All right, let me zoom in on this. So, according to this map we've got, it will be just above the horizon, almost pretty much underneath of Virgo, is where that cluster is.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to find just for regular people. In space, it's easy to find. You've got the whole sky. But NASA and astronomers with the European Space Agency and all those guys able to use Hubble think they have found an intermediate-sized black hole. And it's weird when you look at the picture. I'll throw it up on screen for everyone in the edit. And it's odd because looking at the picture here, you've got the cluster. When you zoom in, it's just this little tiny black spot, just dead space. And it's not giving off large vibes, and it's not giving off small vibes either. I mean, it's odd that it's been right there in front of us almost the whole time. Because you got to think, black holes just don't happen overnight. I mean,
Now they take
they
thousands
do obviously. They just happen. But how light travels, we don't see them overnight.
Right, exactly.
And it's
They're-
like
they're all hundreds, if not thousands, of years to travel to us.
And this one, how far away is it? It's 17,000 light years away. So it took 17,000 years for the emptiness to show itself to us. And it's like you can see it if you've got a telescope, but like you're not zooming in with your telescope here to be able to see that. And it's just kind of cool that, we possibly found the missing link in the universe, because you've got the small ones and the big ones. And we possibly have found evidence of a regular one.
I feel like they should keep a good eye on it too, because research indicates that they may serve as building blocks for the formation of supermassive black holes. So maybe that's how they start.
Yeah, and like recently, LIGO, no, not recently, a couple of years ago, it detected gravitational waves. You really only get gravitational waves from two black holes merging. So, we know that they merge. We found the gravitational waves for it. But were they two big ones, two small ones, two medium guys? What caused that gravitational wave?
Yeah, you gotta wonder if there's been any supermassive black holes that were in that orbital lock.
Yeah. And I mean, eventually our black hole and Andromeda's black hole, they're gonna merge. We're on a collision path with Andromeda.
Right.
So we will never get to see it unless we can figure out how to live billions of years from now. But,
Right, which I think we're born a little early for that technology.
yeah.
But to be honest, I think the next 100 years or so, that technology is going to exist.
Yeah, like your kids and grandkids will get to experience it.
Right, probably grandkids will maybe be young enough to be one of the first ones to get it in time.
But 100 years, I hope we aren't 126. That sounds awful if things keep going the way that they are.
Well, no, and then you think about if you had the choice, and this is something to really consider. If you had the choice to pick an age that you would remain for infinite time, and you were told by like the age of 10, hey, from this point forward, you can pick an age, except you're stuck with that choice for infinite time. What age would you pick?
I feel like 30 would be good.
See, I'm thinking closer to like 21.
Why you want to be so young forever?
Well, 21 because you're not like a kid anymore, but you're at like your physical peak still.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I feel like 30 would be all right. I mean, I feel like you might have. I mean, I guess.
I
I
don't
guess
know,
you.
man.
I guess
You
if
gotta
you're
think.
living forever, you don't really age doesn't really matter if you're gonna be
Right.
like, oh, if I'm gonna stay 21 forever, huh?
Right, like wouldn't you want to be 21 when you had like, your highest drive and more than one way? You know what I'm saying? Your best hairline, all that good stuff. When you're
Hey,
still
good news about us though. Statistically speaking, if you still have a full head of hair by your 30s, you'll still have it for a while.
that is
And
good
we're both still pretty thick, so unless
for
shit
now.
happens unless shit happens in the next 4 years, we'll both still have a full head of hair. It'll
At least
obviously do its thinning as we get older, but we don't have any receding hairlines or anything, so we're doing all right.
yeah, yeah, it is a matter of time, but there's some people, dude, that are balding before they even got out of high school.
Oh, yep.
And
But on,
those are lost causes for sure.
yeah, on a more interesting note than finding a regular sized black hole, let's talk about the once every 80-year or so uh, reoccurring supernova that's supposed to be happening this month or so. So that's going to be TCRB, or T Coronae Borealis.
Now, when you say a recurring supernova, do you mean that it explodes, comes back, and then explodes again?
All right, so what's going on with this one is it's a two-star system, and it's a white dwarf, which is what our sun will turn into once
Are
it
you still allowed to say white dwarf nowadays?
Caucasian dwarf.
Caucasian midget is better.
Caucasian small star.
Yeah.
The Caucasian small star is what our sun will eventually turn into when it, you know, it'll expand into a red giant, and then it'll go into the Caucasian small star. Once it's done that, it sheds its layers, and that's what it is for billions of years as it fizzles away. So what
Right.
this is it has done its thing multiple times, but since it's a two-star system, it's pulling gas off of the much larger star that it's orbiting, and about every 80 or so years, it will expand really big and it'll dim, and then it'll shed all of those extra layers off again in an explosion, leaving the Caucasian small star back in its place as it's been.
Huh.
And what's supposed to be happening, because everyone's like, oh, the second half of 2024 is supposed to be happening. All the articles say September, it's supposed to be happening.
Oh.
Is
Is that observable?
it is observable. It's super far away. Where at is it?
Is it observable for the average person though, or do you need specialized equipment?
It's kind of both. So it happens every 80 years, obviously, about.
So if we don't see it this time, we're never gonna have the chance again.
No. The most spectacular event, which is written about, happened in 1054, that same system. But it'll be about 1,500 times brighter than usual this go around. And the way that works out to be is it will become, since it's a two-star system, one smaller than the other, you can only see one at its distance. It will become what appears to be the single brightest star in the sky. So basically, fuck off, North Star. This will
Now,
be
a lot of people are going to be getting lost out there in the.
yeah. I mean, it's not too far off from the North Star, actually.
Yeah, but doesn't it move? It moves though because
It does move.
the North Star is what it is because it's like at the pole of the rotation.
Yeah,
So as the Earth
where
rotates,
that's
doesn't
at.
move.
So this star, let's see, you've got Ursa Major all the way off to the right side, obviously towards the north. And everybody knows Ursa Major as one of the stars in the Big Dipper. We have pictures of that somewhere. So what this is if you go off the tail and you go further west.
It's the direction that the pot of the Big Dipper is facing. I've always found it because you got like the Big Dipper, so like pretend the stem is this way. I've always found it because the outer edge of the pot, these two stars align with it.
Yeah, so those two stars align with it, but then you've also got the tail, the handle off.
Right. I've
off
never
the
looked
end.
at that, but I'm sure that does a similar thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So what this is if you go a little bit to the west and up just a tad bit north. Now, for anyone that's into astronomy, basically you've got booties.
Yeah. Yeah. What?
Booties. It's
What are you saying right now?
it's a
You're gonna
constellation.
get us demonetized.
We're not monetized to begin with. Speaking of which, like, comment, share, subscribe. You know, we need more people.
Imagine what we could do if we had a budget.
Yeah, imagine the things we could bring you. Joey could get a real camera if we were monetized.
Right.
He's using a webcam right now.
Right.
So, you know, subscribe, watch our shit. We're doing poorly right now because nobody's watching or sharing or liking.
Yeah. So really, we're blaming you guys. Our 3 loyal viewers, we're blaming you.
We have 10 subscribers as of the recording of this video and 14 view hours so far this year. We need 500 subscribers and 2,000 views. We're not doing great. We need everybody to just put us on in the back. Hit subscribe, like, share to everyone, whether you like them or not.
To us.
Especially people you don't like, share it to them. And just watch us in the background for real. Just help a brother out.
Well, you know what? I tell you what, this is better than traffic. I'll tell you that. So if you're stuck in traffic, you put this podcast on, you listen to this thing.
Yeah, I mean,
better than traffic.
We used to be, all of our old episodes used to be on, all the podcast platforms. But I quit paying the monthly subscriptions to have us on those because we weren't getting any listens on them. I'm like, why? I understand why nobody's listening. We go on rants. We go on rants like this, but promise you it'll get better.
Right.
Because we were supposed to have a Halloween special, but shit happens. People decide they're gonna get married and whatnot. And then a hurricane happens and all sorts of bullshit ruins our Halloween special. So, we're trying to do bigger projects other than this little podcast. but we don't have much of a budget. Everything's coming out of our own pocket.
Yes. So if it could come out of your pockets,
It's not even coming out of their pockets.
no, I know it's really
It's
the
you just
man's pockets.
yeah. Stick it to the man. Have YouTube pay us.
Yeah.
50 cents here and there is 50 cents here and there. 50
You do a
cents is
lot with
basic.
50 cents. Man, that's at least a can of soda at Walmart.
No, it's $1 now. We
Uh,
need $1 to even afford. We need
I
$2 to be able
I
to go to
can't-
Walmart and go get a soda for each of us.
Man, I can't wait for this election. Tell you what.
Yep. It's doing it. It's
Now we won't say who we're voting for, but you
y'all can
draw your conclusions.
yeah. Draw your conclusions based off of previous topics.
No, actually, I want them to put their guess in the comments because I could see how they could think both ways. Like they could be like, are these two gay guys that are having a conversation? And then
we do talk a lot about gay stuff for not
Right.
being gay. Like
it's come up, right? So I could see where they could be like, okay, well, if they're gay, they're probably going to lean more toward the left. But then I could also see where it's like they're not sensitive and they don't really like censor themselves on sensitive topics. So then it would be less likely that they were left leaning because they say things that could offend people and some people left.
I mean, here's the thing. You're far right. And I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't give a fuck about a lot of things. There are certain things that grind my gears. But I mean, I don't give a fuck about a lot of shit.
Well, that's the thing. I want our viewers to put in the comments their guess, just based off of what they would guess.
Yeah, who are we voting for, as individuals? You can do as a group too. It's probably the same answer.
Right.
But who are we voting for? Let's get back on topic.
Back on topic. Black hole, supernova.
Supernova. So,
you said to the west and a little north of the North Star.
Yeah. So you've got the Corona Borealis. It's 2 stars. And every 80 or so years, it goes boom. But it's interesting.
Every 80 years, right?
Every 80 years, It gets to its size and it's like, nah, I'm gonna come.
How long does it take to explode?
So what they're saying is it will be enough to see it for about a week.
Only a week. Wow.
For about a week. So it doesn't really last long. It's kind of just this big poof. I mean, it's not like what Beetlejuice is going to be when it finally decides it's going to do its thing, where you can see it for months.
Just think about it, though. You think about like any other explosion. Think about like an atomic bomb. You've got like over the course of maybe 20 seconds or so.
Microseconds is all that explosion is.
I would say 20
a lot
seconds
of it's a fireball.
Like the fireball, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So, but if you think about that, think about the scale of an explosion that takes a full week for the fireball to subside.
Oh,
that's insane.
It's ridiculous, the size of this thing. Here, I've got a better description for everybody. So, when you're looking at the sky, use the bright blue white star Spica, I don't know, SPICA, to locate the large Omega Centauri star cluster in the northern hemisphere in spring evenings. Now, the chart that I'm gonna throw up shows the view from 35 degrees north,
That's
which
cold.
is so that'll show you where it's at. It's low in the sky in the springtime. I don't know where it's at in the where it's happening right now. Fairly high though. But you got to think. We don't get this often. Almost never. Are you actually able to see something as cool as a supernova, even if it's like kind of a fake one because it's reoccurring?
Yeah, but think about it. Once every 80 years, it's a once in a lifetime event.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
You know
I mean,
how long we're going to have to wait to catch the next full solar eclipse? Unless you go travel to the other part of the world?
I don't know, what is the solar eclipse? Tampa, what's going on? Partial
next
solar
one
eclipse was
in the
this year,
entire
obviously.
United States, the next one isn't for another 20 years.
Yeah. Let's see, eclipses visible in Tampa. Let's see, eclipses visible from Tampa, March 14th, 2025. Total lunar eclipse. What?
Wait, the next year. So we're not going to get any for 20 years. And then 2 years in a row, right around this time of year. And the second time Florida is getting it. Oh my God.
I'm looking at this right here. It says
look at the map. It goes it goes almost right over us.
Yeah, March 14th, 2025 at 2:58 a.m. will be the max view in Tampa.
Wait, no, now that I moved, it's actually the center's going pretty close to right over me.
Hell yeah. What do we got for Asheville? Solar eclipse.
Dude, you got 2078. You got one.
Yay.
And then you got one coming in close. 2017.
Nah, here, look, I get the same one. Oh yeah, no, I get the exact same view for the solar eclipse.
For what?
March 14th, 2025, 2:58, max view in Asheville. At the Hell yeah, we get the same solar eclipse.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's exciting. 2044 and 2045 are going to be huge. And I definitely want to be recording the whole thing. Imagine how high quality cameras are going to be in the next 20 years.
Oh, yeah, no, they're going to be phenomenal.
Where they've gone in the past 20 years, imagine 2004 cameras.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, how much better than 8K can you really figure?
We had what, standard HD in 2004?
I don't
even think we had full HD at that point. And now we've got
technically full HD is what? I think it's 720.
No, that HD is 720. Anything 720 and higher.
Yeah, full HD is
1080p.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that's wild. But there's just so much stuff going on. You guys just need to look at the astronomy topics going on. You've got, black holes being found. You've got solar eclipses. You've got supernovae. There's just so much shit going on.
It was the late 2000s is when full HD became mainstream. So 2004, it was 720p was your best video.
Yeah, but you got to think you were spending what, thousands of dollars to even
Thousands.
get that.
Right. My dad had what was I think like a 60-inch TV that it was like one of the first ones with HDMI. And it was only 720p, but it had a HDMI, and it had the big old projector bulb in the back or whatever. And
Yeah.
that thing I think was like $3,500.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
You know what you could get for $3,500 nowadays? You could get a freaking OLED 98-inch TV.
I mean, yeah, I spent what, $1,400, and I've got an 85-inch Sony multi-array dimming TV. I spent $1,400 on it. That's basically entry-level TVs these days, but at 85 inches.
Right.
I mean, it's
crazy.
great.
Crazy.
All right, y'all. We are running out of time. We try not to keep y'all stuck too long listening to our rants.
Yeah. Keep it short and sweet, just enough to get through traffic.
Yep. You know, your daily commute's about 35, 40 minutes. We'll keep that about what we do, unless we're going to do a special. I will say, though, we've got a special coming up for the holidays. You guys can figure out which holiday we're going to be doing, because it's not Halloween, which only leaves 3 other holidays. Just look at your calendar, figure out what every other Monday is, and you know what holiday is closest to one of our release days. And there you go, you'll have it.
There you go.
But remember, like, comment, subscribe, share to people you like, share to people you hate, share to random phone numbers. We don't care. We need people just like you. This is like a PBS commercial. Thanks to viewers like yourself, we could do more. We could get so much shit done.
I got this.
Yeah. But, you know, we will be sending gay pride pyramid emojis. Share.
It says share.
But we'll catch y'all in the next one.
Peace out.
Later, dogs.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we got less than a minute remaining. This is the first time we've ever finished an episode before it ended.
I know. And remember last time with the timing of when it cut off was like, it's going to cut off right here and boom. And then it, you know?
Yep, it's ridiculous.
All right, so it's your turn to predict it. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Let's see. We've got 10.